Welcome, everyone. It's Matt, and today we're going to talk about Max Monday Beldum on January 19th. Let class begin. All right. So for the Max Monday schedule, we've had Drampa January 5th. Caterpie is currently going on this week on the 12th. Beldum is going to be on the 19th, and Rogan Rolla is on the 26th. Beldum is a steel psychic. It has four weaknesses: dark, fire, ghost, and ground, which takes 60% more damage. And Beldum has resistances of dragon, fairy, fly, grass, ice, normal, rock, and steel at 37.5%, 60.9%, and poison and psychic. Beldum's stats defense is pretty high for initial Pokemon. And its IV is 513 to 558, with 558 being your hundo. The Dynamax Metagross, the evolution requires 125 candy, but honestly, it is worth it. It does not gain or lose any of its types, so it's still Steel Psychic. It still takes increased damage from Dark, Fire, Ghost, and Ground at 60%. Takes reduced damage from Dragon, Fairy, Flying, Grass, Ice, Normal, Rock, and Steel. 37.5% less damage and 60.9% less damage on Poison and Psychic. Its stats: attack and defense are very high, 257 and 228, and its stamina is average at 190. All right, Dynamax Metagross. Its moves, fast moves, are honestly pretty varied. Unfortunately, its same type abilities of Steel and Psychic are 1 second, so Metagross is not a great tank in its same type ability bonuses. But for Ghost and for Bug, it does have zero point 0.5 second attacks. Fury Cutter is the one that my Metagross has, and I'm going to be looking for a second Metagross to put Shadow Claw on. Bullet Punch and Zen Headbutt, though, are useful for its attack, but now it's mainly used for a tank, and honestly, you're just going to be using Fury Cutter and or Shadow Claw. Unfortunately, though, for Shadow Claw, Ghost is weak to Ghost, so it will take additional damage, and I don't see it being used as much, so I'd rather see trainers use Fury Cutter first. Honestly, if anything is weak to Bug and I'm tanking, I will be using Metagross for Fury Cutter, and Shadow Claws just in case Fury Cutter is resisted by whatever Pokemon we are attacking. Charge moves: it has Earthquake, Flash Cannon, Psychic, and Meteor Mash. Honestly, take your pick between Flash Cannon and Psychic for what you might want or need. Meteor Mash does require an elite TM. All right, we're going to have four different damage capabilities here. Steel Metagross is our second best one, but it does require a 1 second attack. So we can't say, hey, it's a better take than Zacian. Honestly, you're going to be using Metagross if you do not have Zacian. But if you do have Zacian, Zacian's just so much more powerful overall. There's no real reason not to. Psychic Metagross is actually pretty powerful, but Abra is slightly more powerful. Once again, Psychic overall, unless if you have a Alakazam or Latios, but honestly, for most people, Metagross is much easier to get to level 50 than Latios is to 44. Abra, though, as long as you can get your Abra to 42, your Abra will be stronger than the level 50 Metagross, assuming the same IVs. For Bug, Metagross and Gmax Butterfree are pretty close overall. Shuckle kind of pushes everything off here. But generally, I use Metagross over Gmax Butterfree for everything other than Ground Tank. And Metagross damage is a little less than Gmax Butterfree. So if I am honestly looking for a tank and a potential attacker with Bug, I might just be using Metagross over Butterfree anyways. And finally, for Ghost, Gmax Gengar is much stronger than, or even regular Gengar than Metagross in general for Ghost, but it could still be useful as a Ghost attacking tank. And that's kind of why I want to try to get a second powerful Metagross. Overall, it is a very powerful attacker and tank. There's really not much there. As a healer, it's average, but for Steel and Psychic, it's still higher than normal. So, for Mega Units for Candy, we have both Psychic and Steel. Psychic has a large amount to choose from. Currently, that's out is Slowbro, Alakazam, Medicham, Latios, Galad, Rayquaza, Gardevoir, Metagross. And we will also have Chimecho, Starmie, Meowstic, Mewtwo X and Y. Rumor has it we'll be seeing those in a few months. Delphox and Malamar. For Steel, we have Steelix, of course, Scizor, Mawile, Aggron, Lucario, and Metagross. Obviously, if you have your Metagross at Mega 3, that's going to be best for your Beldum. The Skarmory, Heatran, Excadrill, Chimecho, Gullyspot, and Lucario Z will be coming at some point in the future. The reason we do this is at level 1, you get 1 bonus candy. At level 2, you get 1, which is 7 times Mega, and that requires usually about 7 weeks. Without additional candy, it requires you get that bonus catch candy, a 10% chance for the XL, which is 3 chances overall, and 50 EXP. And once you get 30 times Mega, and because that's 3 days at 23, it's a little bit more than 7 weeks, just like the first one, but you could get that pretty quickly. You get 2 bonus catch candy, which is nice. 25% chance of an XL and 100% EXP. So if you're hunting for Beldum, make sure that you, I might put my Metagross out, but put one of those out to increase your candy count in general. So what's the overall plan for Dynamax Beldum? Zamazenta is going to be our best tank with a 0.5% move and resistance to steel. The only issue is it does take reduced damage from the steel type that you might be attacking with, but that's fine. You can also use Charizard with a fire attack, and that's why I'll be using a D-Max. And honestly, I'll probably switch to Charizard overall. It will also work well. And then for the attack, you use either G-Max, Cinderace, or Gengar. I will be using my Gengar. It is slightly higher, even though I do have the Hundo Cinderace. But general, those are the 2 by far the take it down quickly. If you have them at level 50, you will be able to take it down solo within the first transformation. If you are level 40 with those 3, you will require 2 transformations, but because Beldum only has Iron Head, anything that can reduce steel, you can survive pretty long against Beldums. The main thing is make sure that your attack unit that you're transforming to is going to be a powerful fire, ghost, or dark. Maybe you'll have Grimmsnarl or ground even. And make sure that you do that, as that will absolutely plug away and destroy damage. So is it worth it for you? It has 2.5-second moves. As a tank, it's still incredibly useful. And in general, you could also mega it now. So if you don't have a Hundo Mega, farming for Beldum is honestly worth it, especially on Max Mondays. As an attacker, it's been passed by some, but still packs a punch. And in general, it just has a lot of uses overall. Personally, as I stated already, I'm going to be searching for additional Metagross. I'm looking for a 96 or above. Honestly, I would love to have a Hundo, and then I'll pack that with my the Ghost move. What to look for the 19th and the 26th? I don't see anything that would be different for the single strike or the rapid strike. We have our Sableye Inkay, Squirtle, Krabby, Sobble, Whalmer, and Spheal for dmax. They're not going to be as often, so you'll only see these every now and then, but at this point, that is all we have for Max Monday. With that, class is dismissed. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Greatly helps my channel. You could join my community. If you do so, you get your name at the end of my video. Plus, you could be friends with me. I will be making 1 or 2 community only videos. I am in a boot camp class for YouTube, so that's going to be a requirement. I won't be doing a great deal of those right now, but the ones I will be doing is some of the spreadsheets I'll kind of go through that I go through, kind of show you how I do a lot of these calculations, etc. So it's kind of cool, I think. And it'll be a little bit of a higher end course. But with that, that's all I have. Thank you very much, everyone. And as always, I'll try to do better next time. Love you all. Bye.